Well, the weather forecast said it was going to be partly cloudy today, so I guess we can consider this part of one of those clouds. It's been like this ever since Auburn. So hopefully it'll get better. I got a lot of stuff to do up here today, but you can see, or not see, how dense this is up here. One cool thing I noticed, I just kicked on the main breakers for the solar panels, and they're only part way, there's only part of them hooked up, but even with this cover like this, I'm still getting like 3 amps at 21 volts coming off the panels. So it's charging up the battery banks, and I'm going to turn the heater on in the trailer in a minute. But this will be the start of Thursday. We'll see how it goes from here. Hopefully I'll have a better video to shoot later. I got ahead of myself a little bit and started unloading. I want to shoot some of this here. When the weather's kind of crappy, even when it's not crappy, I put a lot of stuff in these military containers. They're all airtight, hermetically sealed. So I got the cable chains up there, tools in here, more tools in there, parts in here. Some big timber strap down on here. And this thing here, let me back off of it. I picked this up down in Sacramento. It came from a Lowe's, from what I see by the stickers on it. And I replaced the small tires with some pneumatic ones up front here to make it easier to roll. Looks like I forgot to unlock it before I rolled it out. That's skid marks all the way out. And I'm going to be cutting these pieces here off so they don't stick up. And these caps here are bottles that I MacGyvered on there just for the hell of it to keep from walking into the damn thing. But it's kind of neat, comes in handy. Comes right up to the back of it, and it's very useful. So anyhow, we'll continue this later. Alright, 10 o'clock. It's been an hour, and it looks like we're going to change over to just cloudy skies. Well, I managed to get a lot of stuff done, not everything, but a lot of it. Up here on the top, here's the watering trough for all the animals and stuff that come around here. The bears, deers, foxes, bobcat. And next thing is to clean out the 2 tanks in the back. They have algae in them because they got hit by the sunlight. So that's why this one's covered up. I'm going to paint them to keep the light off. I tried putting this sun blocking stuff up here, but that didn't do any good. So we're all wired up to the top here, so there's no more pushing the generator up the hill. It's all buried underground. Runs down, around, trench to the greenhouse, and then on down to the garage. But yeah, it's quite a bit different than what it was when I first got here today. So it's trying to make a sunset, but I know the sun is still up there. I still got another hour and a half worth of sunlight to make it down through the Iowa Hill Road, through the canyon. But you can see it's pretty much cleared up. And it is so quiet up here. You can hear the trains in Colfax blowing their whistles. And sometimes a dog barking. And birds. And it's still looking kind of debatable. That's up towards Sugar Pine. That's why I don't go that way. I've had to chain up before going through there. Something else I did, I managed to get a lot of the brush cut away from the side of the fence. Got a lot of poison oak cleaned up. Got a burn pile here. This here I've already round up, and then I went in and cleaned it all out. And there's our payphone again, of course. I actually have the phone book that goes with it, but I took it off because I didn't want it to get wet. So I've cleaned up this side here too. We need to finish that up. And then inside, this is where the baby cow hangs out. So this is kind of a Carol thing. She understands what this is. And those are the trees. I water them every time I come up here. I've got a post hole digger. We're going to plant these trees up here because everything burned. So we're going to have our own trees up on top here. This thing here is like 72 feet long, 12 feet high, and it's 18 feet wide. Garbage over there. This is all the plastic. They had this white paper on the floor to keep the weeds from growing. This is what I've been working on last time in this trip. Got this pump system up here with backflow preventers and all kinds of stuff on it. That's the old tank they had up at the well that wasn't working. So what I've done is I've plumbed this in so that I can run it off the panel here. The panel stops. It starts in the garage, comes up to the greenhouse, and then goes up to the well. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So I can open one of the tanks at the well and bring water down here. The pump pressurizes it in its own tank, plus the 44-gallon holding tank, and I've got plenty of water pressure to water the baby cow's trees. And there's a faucet I put in up at the well. This garbage, I'm cleaning stuff up. This guy left this place just a total mess. So there's all kinds of crap up here, but the dumps are closed. They won't let you bring in any garbage. So it's going to be like Alice's restaurant here if they don't open the dumps back up again. So anyhow, got a jetliner up there somewhere. There is sounds up here. Hang on a second. Okay, so anyhow, continuing down from there, pump house with a well, water lines and electrical runs down, plus there's pressurized water going back up to a faucet for the pressure washer when I got to clean those tanks out. We brought the underground lines across here. We buried them so they don't freeze. That's one of my next projects, is to put a retaining wall on there. And that's the, where is it? That is where the power comes in. So I've stubbed out the water here, and the power goes inside and goes into the electrical panel inside there. One more thing over by the trailer. Let me pause it for a second. Okay, over at the trailer, what I've done is I've removed the battery that operated the 12-volt things in the trailer, knocked that out, and I brought it down and across and into this here. This is where some of the batteries are so far. I still need to finish this and insulate it to keep things from getting too cold in there. I've got the monitor up here. There is one charge controller. I actually have two charge controllers to run here. And there's a little monitor here that got a little happy face on it for the battery or whatever. I don't know if you can see that or not. That I can remote to inside the trailer so I can watch what the panels are doing. Right now they're shut down with the breakers. And this device here kicks the power onto the trailer. So right now it's off. So I just flip it and the power goes on. There's no more plugging and unplugging and doing a bunch of crap like that. This other one here is going to be for some propane tanks. So those tanks are going to go away, and it's going to be hardline from there across and up into there. Of course, it's going to have a roof on it. That's like just a MacGyver kind of roof to keep stuff off. These are the racks that I got from, actually they came from Lowe's. Those are their tags, right? But apparently they remodeled and they got rid of them, so I ended up with them. And this is what's holding all the solar panels. So I've got 25 of them on here right now. I just brought another 10 online in the last hour. They weren't all totally wired into the boxes, but it's too cloudy right now to see any difference. And all these uprights, you see the black pieces, those are all getting cut off. So these things here, right here, get whacked so they don't cast a shadow. I just left them on there while I was positioning the panels just for added extra strength, and then they're going to be additional bracing underneath it. So there's the slide out. Been working on the roof on this thing. It has a new hot water heater in it. It has a rebuilt by me heater. Don't get nervous. I've de-blasted it down, painted it with high temperature paint. it's in like brand new condition right now. So that's almost it, except for this one little thing back here. It's got a septic system, and I need to hard plumb this in. Right now it's just the tubing, but the guy that did this, when he put the trailer here, there's actually like a little mini septic tank and a leach field here, so that's kind of neat. You don't have to worry about dumping the thing. So anyhow, I'm loaded back up, ready to go. I can hear jets somewhere, but don't mean to bore you too much. But I'm happy I got a lot done. Got a lot of brush piled up, a lot of stuff cut, things out of the way, so loaded back up, ready to go. And I think the neighbor, I don't know my neighbors, over there to the left of that tree limb. I'm going to zoom in. Yeah, right there, that little white dot across the canyon. Hey neighbor? Okay, enough playing around with this. I gotta go. Next time. Okay, got that locked up. Been working on the trailer. We'll get to that in a minute. I came up in my multi-wheeled, multi-purpose, whatever you want to call it, my Hummer. The greenhouse up here, we kind of cleaned up the front of it, put the other piece of plywood back up that was falling down and all screwed up. Working on getting some of the weeds out of the side there, and we need to go in here. Game camera, I gotta pull all these posts out and put another screen shade up on top. I didn't get a chance to spray these. I got sidetracked, but I did spray the right side. Then back up to the well. Not much different up there, except we put sunscreen up there. I have a couple more panels of the lattice to put up. And here we go. Hello, camera. Dump some more rock. Got the wood, got the 3 275-gallon totes full of water up here. Propane tank. I'll just leave the propane tank here when I drag the generator up. But I've screened pretty much most of it inside here. I'm trying to keep some of the sunlight from coming in and getting on the water. And also for rain, if it starts raining sideways, they'll come from that direction. I haven't worried about screening this side here, because the rain usually doesn't come from this side. And we've cleaned up quite a bit out back here. Chopped a bunch of crap out of the way. That's dead, so I can get it out of here now. But I have got a never-ending supply of 1/2-inch aluminum EMT or steel electrical conduit here. They had built structures with that stuff. It was crazy. And water containers, that's what's left of the big water container that they cut a hole in. And this is where I put water out for the deer and stuff. It was full. They've drank it down about 4 to 6 inches. Got a shorter one here for coyotes. This one here is for the rabbits and the squirrels that come around. I did see rabbits and skunks, so I just put a couple little trays out for them, just for the hell of it. And they've been working on the salt lick, so. And again, there is, looking over towards Forest Hill. So we're not going to go out that road. We'll go down here to the trailer for a minute.